Finally, after weeks of delays, Claude Opus 5 has arrived. Now that Fable 5 is gone from the Pro tier, Opus 5 is now the default high-level, smartest model available for the Pro plan. And it actually is pretty good. Let's quickly take a look at their blog. Opus 5 is available today and is half the price of Fable 5, but almost same in terms of intelligence, I guess. The benchmarks they have shown actually shows that Opus 5 is competent in most of these benchmarks compared to Fable 5. It only falls short by a few percentage points. That is pretty neat. Interestingly, the computer use capability, which has been something that the GPT models do better, is up. So I'll probably test it out later. This is funny. The agentic coding benchmark, all the Anthropic models are highlighted. However, the one benchmark that the GPT models do better, they have highlighted it in such a weird way, almost as if they don't want to show it. That being said, the model is quite efficient. However, benches are one thing, but I really want to test drive this model. In order to do so, we are going to run 3 tasks. And for comparison, I'm going to be using Grok 4.5 and GPT-5.6 Sol, both on high reasoning, and Opus 5 will run on high reasoning as well. The first task is to SSH into a Raspberry Pi that I have and redesign a dashboard that I had built in one of my previous videos. Additionally, they need to design one screen that is already not present on the dashboard. The first design here is by Grok. This feels like the GPT 5.5 models. Additionally, I think this has some issues with how it renders graphs. It also didn't add the Codex and Claude subscription logos. And this is the last screen it designed. Overall, I think it's fine. Nothing that we haven't seen before. Now it's turn for the GPT models. And they definitely have improved over the past few iterations. It seems fine. I don't think there is anything unique in here. It's a lot minimal. I think there is one problem here though. As this is meant for a smaller screen, like a 3-inch screen, most of this typography that you see here is probably going to be impossible to read. I like this attention queue screen that it added. Gives me a glance at priority items. Overall nice aesthetics. And now finally, the Opus ones. These are pretty nice. It understood that it is a smaller screen. It has adjusted the fonts to it. And overall design is pretty nice as well. It also understood where that screen was and what kind of screen that was. So pretty good, I would say. I like the graphs that it has produced, and I think the final thing that it created was the overall burn rate dashboard. I think it's pretty useless, but I guess it is a screen. Overall, I think all the models kind of performed the same, I guess, but I think Opus and Grok had a better understanding of the screen size. I'd give the win for Grok and Opus for this round. They both receive a duck each, and GPT gets an egg. Moving on to round 2. The second task is to actually make a game where the main character's main ability is flying. The player then flies through hoops to score points, and to stay in air, they have to eat burgers, and there will be enemies on some of the hoops. This is the game made by Grok. Instantly, the game is pretty nice. It has boosters, it can go through hoops, is spawning burgers for food, as well as you can get points after you go through hoops. There are enemies that are shooting at you. One thing that I noticed, that there is no collision in the cities, as well as if you try to go to the ground, it doesn't allow you to. Counts points properly, counts health and hunger as well. Overall, good game, good assets. Nice. The next one is pretty rough, and it's from GPT 5.6. Immediately, the menu is horrible. I have sped up the video because it's so trash that I want to get done with this. The gameplay is so bad, the assets are horrible, the hoops that is spawned are literally not facing the player. The enemies don't really do damage. The burgers just fill you up, but there is no death if you run out of food. There is no penalty. The only way to die is ramming yourself into those enemies over and over again to get to the end screen. Absolutely garbage. It has no collisions with whatsoever, so you can just go through buildings. You slow down if you're hungry, but you never die. It's pretty bad. I'm gonna spare you guys from rest of this recording. It's just pain to watch. And finally, we come to Opus. The menu is pretty well done. The gradient is kind of AI sloppy. Oh, it has background sounds. I didn't even notice that none of the other games had it. Oh, also, look at those graphics. The 3D models look phenomenal. The overall level design also looks really pretty. Oh, it has boost too. That's sick. It added shields. That's pretty neat too. Oh, enemies. Oh, shoot. Okay. Damn, this looks pretty good. It looks very well made. Do we have collision on this? Oh, frame drops. Oh, we do have collision. That is so sick. Damn. I think we have a clear winner. The 3D models, I'm actually taken aback. 3D model looks so good. Oh, it has made like a store for burgers. Oh, I missed it. Oh my god, those are many enemies. Oh, that is nice. It has like different options that you can purchase from. That is sweet. I think we have a clear winner here. Opus just outshines. It definitely gets a duck. I think the other two can get eggs. I'm still surprised at how good this is. Anyway, moving to the next task at hand. For the last task, I'm going to ask all of these models to create a website where we showcase a product with the product getting deconstructed. For this example, I'm going to be using the 737 plane. First up, it's Grok. And first impressions, the plane is something. Difficult to understand how the deconstruction looks like, given that the plane doesn't really have proper 3D modeling. It's kinda meh. Overall, design aesthetics are pretty nice, but the actual plane deconstruction is kind of shit. Anyway, moving to GPT 5.6. What are those wings? This plane is definitely flying on Red Bull. The design aspect of this plane is questionable. The modeling is Deconstruction seems functional. I think the design of the actual site is still very similar to Grok. Also, I hate how small some of this text is. The verdict? Trash. Let's check Opus. Huh. Is Opus just hidden mythos? Or Fable? I can't tell. This looks pretty sick. What a well made site. Oh, let's see the reconstruction. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. It's still clipping in some areas, I guess. But overall looks nice. There is some text issues here as well. Not bad. Oh, these turbines look so sick. Oh, overall seems pretty well made. The assets, I just cannot get over how good the assets look. This is also clickable. Nice. The deconstruction looks sweet. Oh, the menu is kind of I think we have a clear winner here as well. Man, the guys at Anthropic cooked. I guess the duck goes to Opus for this round as well. And so we have the final tally here. I also added the time taken for all of these tasks to get generated. Here's the final result. Opus looks pretty good, I guess. The thing about these tests is that you get a better understanding of what these models are capable of. But when you use them long term, that's actually when you realize which one is good for your workflow. So I'll have to test it more. Maybe I'll make some future videos to do some follow-ups. But that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Oh, I almost forgot.